Hey guys, it's Holly. Some of you may know me, some of you may not know me, but I actually have been really sick. I have been battling COVID since February 2nd, and I haven't really been out of my house. Actually, the only time I've been out of my house is February 3rd to the doctor, and then again February 7th to the hospital, sadly. And then today, myself and my husband and my 3 children, we are all negative, and we're very thankful for that. But I'll be honest with you, I'm still not feeling 100%. So we're going to do these video segments in 3 separate things. And I may have to drink a little extra water. I wish we were together so we could talk face to face. That's definitely more my thing. Or even if we could Zoom and you could ask questions. So I know this is going to be different. In the comments or wherever this is posted, I'm going to make sure you have my email, that you have my cell phone number if you have questions. Also, just some other additional youth pastor or student pastor things. I will make sure that it is available for you. So you may hear some noise in the background. They are currently plowing snow outside of our house and outside of the church and the parking lot. And so we're just doing this stuff together. One of my children is actually walking this way, so I'm sorry that I got distracted here. But yeah, so if you have questions with the videos or anything like that, again, my email, my cell phone number, social media, any of those things will be available to you. And so go get you a drink of water, go get you a cup of coffee, and I'm going to try to do these videos in 3 segments so then it's not so long. I know this isn't the idea situation. It's better to be around people and bounce ideas off of each other. So I chose a specific coffee cup as I'm drinking. Bye, family. Love you. So this is a good reminder for you today. The world needs more you. So if no one has told you that as a student pastor, children's pastor, family pastor, whatever you're doing, if you're a volunteer, if you're on paid staff, if you're not on paid staff, if you're a teacher, whatever you are, remember the world needs more you. So that's my coffee cup. So go get your cup of coffee real quick. I've got my water here. Go get that really fast. Get you know, bye, buddy. Love you. As you guys know, some of my kids and family are coming in and out of the house right now. So it's they're saying bye and I love you, and always do that. Make time for them. They're the most important. With Jesus, obviously, in your life and your family. So they were important for me to say bye and I love them. But yeah, so I'll give you a few seconds. Go get you a notebook. And while you're doing that, I don't know how you're doing this today. I don't know if you're watching this at your church, or if you're at your house like I am. I pray that all of you are feeling well. I pray that you're safe. I know some people are going to come back and watch this later because there's no power. There's no electricity. I know I've had friends doing for other sessions, I guess last weekend and this weekend, that were videoing from their car. And so I just pray that it finds you safe and healthy. And I hope that you're doing well. So again, my name is Holly, actually Holly Harrison Johns. I am a Christ follower. I love Jesus with all of my heart, but I am also a teacher, and I also help administrate and help run our child development center through our church and our after school program, and that's an honor to do that. And then I am the student pastor at our local church. So my, I guess, degree is in education. One is in child development, one is in education, specifically special education. And but God opened a door for me to be on staff at our church 10 years ago, and I've been here, and then I've got married almost 5 years ago, and my husband and I do ministry together. We're a team. So we're technically the student and family pastors at our church, but for myself, I help coordinate kind of age 0 to age 25, and then also do a lot of things within our community and through some of our schools and our family resource centers. If you have met me or have not met me, children, teenagers, youth, people, it's my heart, it's my passion. I just love people. And if you're watching this today or you've taken time out of your schedule to watch some videos, you love people too. And like I said, my coffee cup is specific for you today. Remind yourself the world needs more you. What you're doing is important. What you're doing is valuable. I don't care if your church runs 5 people or 5,000 people. I don't care if your youth group runs 5 people, 1 person, and it's your kid. Your children's ministry, whatever it is, the world needs you and you're doing a good job. If no one's told you that, you're doing a good job. This year has been crazy. Working in a pandemic through a church and just all of the things for someone who's now had COVID. And my husband also tested positive for COVID, and his only symptoms was not being able to smell. For me, I have also an autoimmune disease. And as you can see, I'm still a little short of breath. I still am having headaches, but I had to go get fluids, was severely dehydrated, was very sick for several days. So this is just weird. It's affected everybody differently. Every church has a different point of view. Do you wear a mask? Do you not wear a mask? So if you want to talk to me about some of that and some of those ideas, I'm happy to talk with you. But there were 3 things that after Bishop Shelby Rick, he's my friend. I love him. It's an honor just to speak. It's an honor that he asked. Just to encourage youth pastors, youth leaders, volunteers, whatever age group you're working with, and you took time to watch this today, I want to encourage you. So there's the 3 things. One is going to be your intentionality. The other is going to be your relationships, and I'm going to get into those a little differently, and integrity. So right now, let's just talk about intentionality. So right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're having to do things still differently. Some of us are having church as usual. Some of us are not. However you do, however your senior pastor has led, whatever works for your church and your community, no matter what you're doing, be intentional about it. For us, I have not been in an actual kids church setting since March. We still have a lot of families that, because of their works and different things, they watch online. We've had parking lot church. We've had things here. So I have had to be very intentional as a student pastor. If it's from itty bitty baby to college age. We've always done texting and group messaging, but we're normally very, very involved in each other's lives. So we have had to do things outside of the box. I have had to do things outside of the box, even as a teacher, as a mom, as a wife. Everything has been very outside of the box right now. And so intentionality, everything you do it with a purpose. I'll say that again. Everything you do it with a purpose. And even right now during a pandemic, if you live in a small rural area, don't do what friends are doing in Lexington or in Louisville. It doesn't work. I live in Richmond, so even for me, even though I'm close to Berea and Lexington and not even far from Frankfort, not far from Louisville, not far from these other areas, I have to do what works for Holly. I have to do what works for my community. I have to do what works for my church, my families, the demographics of my kids. And so you have to be intentional in everything you do. And if no one's told you, the small things matter. The text messages right now during a pandemic, they matter. If you host a Zoom meeting and one kid gets on, it matters. If you are having in-person service and you have 5 kids show up, 15 or 50, it still matters. But be intentional in what you're doing. Be intentional to make every person feel special, regardless if they haven't been on your campus for a year. So some of the things that we're doing with that, we had parking lot service. We also had, we still are doing service online. So even for our younger kids, our middle schoolers that still fall in that student ministry age, we have made note pages for them. Students that come on campus, I've given out notebooks for them. Every holiday, they've gotten some. I guess I get it double whammy because of teacher, but they've had something for them. They've had something, Valentine's Day just came up. Of course, I got sick. I didn't get to do the rest of the deliveries and things that I would do because everyone hasn't been on campus. Their packages are still sitting in our church foyer when I can deliver to them. But it was just a pencil for the younger guys, an art project for some of the kids, the older kids, some scriptures to read with their family. So there was still something, just letting them know if it's been Easter, Christmas. I've tried to do something monthly and very intentional. There has been moments where We have done send me your favorite scripture throughout the week. The first person who does it each day for 5 days, I'm sending you some Venmo. I'm sending you PayPal. We did Grubhub. We did DoorDash. Send me your favorite restaurant food order. So just remember, whatever aspect of ministry that you're serving in currently, do it with intentionality. Do it with a purpose. And remember that you are good enough. You still have resources. You can think outside of that box, and that the pencil and notebook just dropped off at a doorstep in a wave through the window. Before COVID hit, for 49 weeks, I have done sidewalk visits through a lot of our kids through our outreach ministry, because we're not running a church van. We're not running a bus. There's been times that we've done that for widows, and we've done the videos. We've done all these things. But me just driving by their house, and they know when I'm coming, and they wave out the window and we talk. So I call it sidewalk visits, but I still am not hugging them. But a local grocer has brought fruit and bananas and apples. So for 49 weeks, we've been able to do that before I was sick. It doesn't take an abundance of people. All of the stuff we've had donated has been free. There's been things that Joshua and I have done ourselves, just little gifts. But again, nothing real loud. It could be a balloon. It could be a candy bar. It can be something that you've made. Like I said, it could be a scripture. It can be a note that says, I was thinking of you today. And someone asked me not too long ago, have you done that for people? Sure, I've driven to Irvin, which is 45 minutes away. I've driven to Georgetown. But there's some kids here locally that they need to see my face more than maybe somebody else. And so you have to be intentional in everything you're doing. And maybe you just do 5 kids a week. Maybe you do 1 kid a week, and just doing something as a handwritten note, and you put it on their door saying, hey, hope school's going well, or how's virtual learning, or you've got this, with the candy bar. I promise you, it makes them feel special. It doesn't matter if they're the youngest or the very oldest. So intentionality, okay? If you have questions about it, call me. I don't want these videos to go long. I know that they're hard to watch. I'm really animated, so I'm sorry. But I'm here for you. I love you. Remember, the world needs more of you. Take you a break for a minute. I don't know how these are being set up today. Get you some water, get you some coffee. We're going to jump right back in, and we're going to talk about relationships, okay? So intentionality. Again, what you're doing is important. And we're here for you throughout the state, throughout the youth board. Just reach out to somebody. We are all in this together. And if we are worried about our own church and just our own community, then shame on us. We are about the kingdom. So remember that I might not know you. I know a lot of you. There might be someone watching in another state today. If you need something, reach out through my social media. Reach out through email. If you need a sounding board, trust me, I do not have it all together. I have worked and been in ministry on and off, I feel like my whole life, because I was a PK kid. But I've had the honor to be teaching full-time since 2005. And even now, being at the church that I've been in, but I've served volunteer positions, have served just along people. It's not about a title. It's not about a position. It's not about a paycheck. So be intentional in what you're doing. You are important. You are valuable. You are needed. I hope that has encouraged you today. All right, go get that coffee, go get you a drink of water, and we'll hop right back on. Again, my information is going to be listed. And if you need something, if you need ideas, just be intentional. All right, you've got this, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Thanks.